oxygen, so here's what's happening. Iron oxide. I know for the folks in Utah are like, we're back at home. Hey, y'all. I gotta be careful. But yeah, this room has a lot of things that we're still investigating in it for the age of our cave. We know the age of the rock, but the cave openings, well, we'll get to that in a second. For now, I want to welcome y'all to the lodge room. Pull up a chair. It's nice and cozy, right? Yeah, maybe no chairs, but you can at least stretch out a little bit if you want to. After all those tight passages. We think it got that name for that reason, nice and cozy. Imagine those passages before the stairs, right? Oh boy, you had to work for it to get here. But you might also be wondering, why is the path so wide here? You are standing on the ballroom floor. Welcome, folks, to the party room of our cave. Yeah, those chairs got moved aside very quick. We had some fun. We actually found in a few places in our cave, behind formations, instruments ready to be played for anyone that came in here to have some fun. They kind of kept them in the cave. It's hard to bring them through. No drums or upright bass. Yeah. But I want to point something out to y'all. For all the fun we've had in here, someone was watching. The residents of our cave. Let's meet a few. These are called troglobites. I'm going to put these down in the center of the room. One of them is the top predator I mentioned earlier. Yeah, it's time to see it now. The Great Basin cave pseudoscorpion. And prey, a cave cricket, the Inyo cave cricket. Now, don't hurt its feelings. Maybe it is small. We'll find out in a second, perhaps. But, yeah, when y'all think of scorpions, what body part do you have that reflex thought about? Scorpion. Yeah, the tail, right? That part you want to avoid. Does this have a stinger tail on it? Ooh, we got those pictures right. Yeah, but it's got a nubby little butt, no stinger tail. Maybe what works out there in the world of light is laughable down here in the world of darkness. Good luck aiming with it, they might say to their cousins. If you look at its name, pseudo-scorpion, pseudo means false. So, what else works? Maybe a sense of touch if you're trying to find a cave cricket. But let me share something with y'all. The pseudo-scorpion eats the cricket, but what does the cricket eat? Right behind us, even around us, we see some of our lighting, all set up in the cave. And if you look closely in a few spots, you'll see green. Now that is not a natural earth color you see very often. No, that is algae. That is something growing on the cave that they eat. We brought in here with our lighting. It's not natural, but we wonder if it's not natural, we try to scrub it off. Will we hurt the cave? So we're in sort of a conundrum. We kind of depend on our animals eating that. But pictures are nice, right? But how about seeing the real thing? Up top, we have our top predator. Down below, our cave cricket. If you stay where you're at, I'll walk it around. If you back away, I'll get the hint. So pseudo-scorpion up top, cave cricket down below. They're humongous, aren't they? I know, right? Come on, don't hurt their feelings. Be nice.
Tiny might be good.
Oh, yeah, maybe we'll talk about that. Yeah. Maybe it's okay to be small. These are fully grown adults. They reached the end of their lives in this cave, were recovered from it, and found their way in these vials. They were not in the Park Service in the habit of putting live specimens in solution. No. We're getting there. Someone's excited. Pseudoscorpion up top, cave cricket down below. Here we go. Pseudoscorpion up top, cave cricket.
Jack, that pertains to those pictures.
Oh, what's that?
I was telling him what.
Oh, yeah.
That's how big those are.
Pseudoscorpion up top, cave cricket down below. Who's bigger? Maybe the cricket's bigger? Uh-oh. What if prey is bigger than predator? You think it's savannah, right? The lion is the top predator, chasing the water buffalo. Okay, now we're on a different scale for these. This world is their universe. They are quite small. And he said maybe there is something good about being small. There's not a lot of food in this cave. To survive, you have to travel for it. We have come to find, just with the pseudoscorpion, the ones that live out in the world of light outside of this cave in our park, they live less than a third of the lifespan of the ones that live in the cave. Life is slowed down for them. So maybe that's a good way to prolong your life is live in the cave, right? Well, I don't know if that's the truth. Not for us humans, perhaps. But they're not alone. We have found other creatures too. True troglodytes. Like our cave harvestmen. Any of y'all have daddy longlegs back at home? This is their cousin. They're actually closely related. In fact, they have 8 legs, but they're not true spiders. They are called harvestmen. They have no venom, no venomous bite. They use their jaws for just like utensils, right? But I want y'all to look closely, or as close as you want to. The black little beady eyes, can y'all see those? You can see them. But it cannot see you. It has eyes, but they are non-functional. They cannot see. So what that means, if you bring your light up to them, you shine your light on them, yeah, they're not going to react. But here's the thing. If you blow on it, if you blow on that little cave harvestman, this is how it'll react. What was that? A sense of touch could mean life or death for this harvestman. So that's why they react such. For the millipede, though, I want you to think of trimming your nail down to a little bit of white still showing. The width of that is the length of their body. They are like a dandruff flake. And for being so, well, okay, they're not very big, any of these creatures. But the question now is, why should we care? What do they do for us? Well, we are here visiting their home. And we have a way to draw them out. We want to find who's living here. So, in little places around, even in this room, you might see formations with a little ribbon tied off on them. And close by, it's a piece of paper about this big. And it's smothered all over it. This moldy peanut butter. That's not for us. But you give it about a month, and out comes all the life of the cave. They swarm it. The predators emerge. And we get a head count. We literally sit there and count the animals showing up. And you know what we're okay with? We sometimes find animals there we have never seen before. Ever. We're used to that here. But we get a head count. We have been doing that once a month, 10 years in this cave. We are using that to determine, should we be doing cave tours in here? We have come to find an answer. This is no one you might not be expecting. We are a massive benefit to these animals. Do you think about the hair, the clothesline y'all are bringing in here? You thought about it? Thought more about it than me.
Well, when you brought up on the floor back here, it's like, ew.
Yeah, you. Gives them some character, right? The crumbs from your lunch. You are the food truck to this cave. Beep, beep. You are the resources. But is that natural for them?
Were they here before?
Yeah, where do we sit in all of this, right? Should we keep coming and visiting this cave? Be part of the ecosystem, or do we remove ourselves from it in a desperate attempt to make it natural again? We don't have the answers for that. But what I want y'all to take away from all of this, I know I've been saying a lot, but what I want y'all to remember is even the little ones matter. So we want to look to them. All right, I'm going to put these little guys back. what I want to do to wrap things up is be honest with y'all. We don't know everything, and that's okay. We're not at the end of the road yet. We are still walking the path of creation and destruction. You're here on it right now. But I want y'all to look at it a different way now. Maybe we'll reveal something we didn't think about yet. What all is non-visible to us. It needs a different source of light. What we have happening, well, let me start right over here. If you see purple, that is the hue of light, the color that we naturally interpret ultraviolet light as. So if you see purple, it's being bounced off that. But if you see other colors, it's getting some energy. It's getting excited. And what's happening here is, oh boy, I'm giving it a light. It's like drinking some coffee right now. Glug, 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 glug. Lots of coffee. Oh, but then what happens if it runs out of coffee? Well, let's see what happens. It has a rush and then it crashes. That is what's happening here. It's jumping to a higher energy state. And even this little bit of energy on the calcium carbonate, that's what this is. This is what makes our formations, can do interesting things. But now to wrap this all up, I'm going to shine this in a place you maybe didn't think I would shine it. On myself. Why is it a similar hue as the cave formations? Maybe we share more in common with them than we realize. A part of us is a part of the cave, maybe. So, what is something you would protect in this cave? Are you still thinking about it? Maybe you'll keep thinking about it a little bit more. We're going to start making our way down the exit tunnel. But I want to point out, this tunnel was dug down. In fact, the people having parties in here, anyone before the 1970s did not see this passage. So, well, of course, they had to go the whole way out, round two with the rope. But for us, look around. Look at the layers of earth exposed.